welcome back to The Haunting Podcast. I'm your host, Tegan.
And I'm Jordan.
Today we are in Savannah, Georgia.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I do like going state by state. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it's our formula. Why fix it?
Yeah, right? It's just, and I honestly, a lot of these places, I've heard of Savannah, but there's been some places I just have not heard of.
Really? I mean, I've been to Savannah before.
You've just been everywhere, haven't you?
Well, I had to go to Jacksonville, and to go to Jacksonville, you got to go through Savannah.
I mean, you just, I think every time, yeah, we've been there. I've been here. You
know, I'm just the traveler. That's what they call me.
You visited all of our haunted locations. Is that what it is?
Yeah, actually, it's not a traveler. It's the wanderer.
Have you been to Salem yet? Salem, Massachusetts?
No, but I've been to Boston more times than I care.
Okay, at least you haven't been there. That's great. So you haven't seen my ancestors before I have.
I'll go tomorrow or something.
I'll go tomorrow. Yeah, I could really see you doing that. Going.
Yeah.
Just leaving, just so that you could say you did it.
Just up and leave tomorrow.
Just so you could say you did it before I did.
But today, we're focusing on Savannah.
Today, we're focusing on Savannah. And we are first visiting the Sorrel-Weed House.
Ooh.
Built in 1840, the prominent historical landmark and one of the most famous haunted houses in Savannah, Georgia, located on Madison Square in the Greek Rifles Mansion, stands as a testament to the city's antebellum architecture and the Southern charm. The house was constructed for Francis Sorrel, a wealthy plantation owner, and his wife Matilda. Francis was a successful shipping merchant and a banker, while Matilda was known for her beauty and social status. So that's about right.
Mm-hmm.
However, beneath the elegant facade of the Sorrel-Weed House lies a history filled with tragedy, rumored affairs, and a haunting past. The house's paranormal activity is often attributed to the untimely death of Francis Sorrel and the emotional turmoil experienced by Matilda. Legend has it that Francis discovered his wife's affair with one of their slaves, resulting in his own tragic suicide. Visitors and paranormal enthusiasts have reported seeing the apparitions of both Francis and Matilda, sometimes engage in a spectral argument or appearing in various rooms of the house. Could you imagine being stuck inside an argument as a ghost?
No, but at least it'd be pretty entertaining for the afterlife, I guess. I mean,
would it to have
spicy.
the same argument? Like, I imagine it's the same argument.
One day, one of them will win.
I would be so irritated. The enslaved individual who worked on the properties were also believed to be present in the afterlife. Reports of ghostly figures, eerie whispers, and footsteps echoing through the hallways have intrigued ghost hunters and visitors for years. Some have claimed to witness objects moving on their own or experience sudden temperature drops, further enhancing the spiritual reputation of the Sorrel-Weed House. The house's haunting tales have gained attention through popular culture, and it has been featured on television shows such as Ghost Adventures, Haunted USA, and Ghost Hunters, and in books about paranormal activity. Guided tours provide visitors with the opportunity to explore the house's history and ghostly legend, devolving into the lives of the Sorrel family and the spirits said to roam the halls.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'm going to do that, though. Unless you want to hear the fight, I guess. You know, grab some popcorn and just hear the disembodied voices going like, "Ma, you cheated on me with my sister."
Could you imagine? No, I think it was she cheated on him. I mean, she could have still cheated on him with her sister. I don't know if he had one, but yeah, could you just I just imagine like almost like a theater setup.
Mm-hmm.
A couple chairs, someone selling popcorn. Like 6:30 ghost apparition fight.
6:30 fight. Yeah, right. Well, my next story is the Moon River Brewing Company in Savannah, of course. The Moon River Brewing Company is not only known for its craft beers, but also for its rich history and alleged paranormal activity. The building that now houses the brewery has a multifaceted past, having served as a hospital, hotel, and morgue, all of which contribute to its haunting reputation. I'm sure it does. Originally constructed in 1821 as the City Hotel, the building operated as a prominent hotel catering to the wealthy visitors during Savannah's early days. However, The hotel faced numerous challenges, including a devastating fire in 1820 and outbreaks of yellow fever, which plagued the city during that era. During the Civil War, the building's role shifted when it was converted into a makeshift hospital to treat wounded soldiers. The horrors of war, combined with the lack of proper medical facilities, meant that countless lives were lost within its walls. The wartime trauma and the pain associated with it are believed to have left a lasting imprint on the building's spiritual atmosphere. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of the Moon River Brewing Company's history is its time as a morgue. In the early 1900s, when the building was no longer functioning as a hotel, it served as a temporary holding place for deceased individuals awaiting burial. The connection to death and the macabre further fuels the ghostly tales and eerie occurrences associated with the establishment. Today, visitors and staffs of the Moon River Brewing Company report a wide range of paranormal experiences. Some claim to have encountered apparitions, including ghostly figures in period clothing believed to be the Civil War soldiers. Others have witnessed objects moving on their own, glasses mysteriously shattering, and doors inexplicably opening or closing. The basement, known as the beer cellar, is considered a particularly active area. Many have reported feeling a heavy presence and hearing disembodied voices or footsteps. The most famous ghost within the brewery is Toby, named by staff, who likes to hang out in the billiard room with customers.
I already like Toby. I just like the name Toby.
He's just chilling. He's
just chilling.
He has been known to shove them and knock their drinks down.
Oh God,
when
never
they
mind.
Get in his way.
Never mind. Wait, when they get in his way,
Party foul.
He's like, "Get out of my way, asshole."
Oh my God. Although he hasn't been linked back to a specific historical figure, he's made enough of an impact beyond the grave. They've created a beer called Apparition Ale dedicated to Toby and the mysterious incidents in the building.
Oh my God, they even have a beer dedicated to Toby.
I want that Toby Ale.
Can I get some of that Toby Ale?
I wonder if he's knocked them down.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to be like, could you imagine taking your Toby Ale to the table? Like, hey guys, I got us some Toby Ale. And then Toby's just like, you're in my way.
Toby,
you silly. It's like that episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where they're like, "Oh, Nosferatu."
Nosferatu. Jeez.
I made myself laugh. The next place that we have is the Colonial Park Cemetery. Established in 1750, the Colonial Park Cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in Savannah. The cemetery was established into response to the growing population in the city and the need for a dedicated burial ground. It was originally much larger than its present size, but over the years, sections of the cemetery were repurposed for other uses, such as construction for roads and buildings. Okay, I really hope there weren't bodies.
I mean,
in that cemetery. Yeah, like Lincoln Park. Exactly. Could you imagine just driving over people's dead bodies?
No.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's terrible.
Sounds pretty bad.
Nevertheless, the remaining area still excludes a sense of serenity and historical significance. Walking through the Colonial Park Cemetery is like stepping back in time. The tombstones, some weathered and worn with age, bear witness to the lives of Savannah's earliest inhabitants. The most notable figures from Savannah's history found in their eternal resting place within the grounds includes prominent politicians, soldiers, and civilians who played significant roles shaping the city's development. Apart from its historical importance, the Colonial Park Cemetery has gained a reputation for paranormal activity. The cemetery's age, combined with the turbulent history of Savannah, contributes to the eerie atmosphere that pervades the grounds. Reports of ghost encounters, strange noises, and unexplained phenomena have intrigued both locals and visitors for decades. One of the most prevalent legends associated with the Colonial Park Cemetery is the presence of dueling ghosts. I challenge you to a duel.
Sounds cool to me.
According to local folklore, the spirits of the dueling rivals are said to continue their eternal dispute within the cemetery. Visitors have reported hearing phantom ghost shots or witnessing apparitions engage in ghostly combat, invoking the violent history of dueling prevalent in the 18th and 19th century. Other paranormal experiences reported at the Colonial Park Cemetery include sightings of shadowy figures, orbs of lights, and the sensation of being watched or touched by unseen entities. Some visitors claim to have captured anomalous photographs or recorded electro voice phenomenon, also known as EVP, during their visits. The haunting atmosphere of the Colonial Park Cemetery has attracted the attention of ghost enthusiasts, paranormal investigators, and authors.
That's awesome.
I know.
The Colonial Cemetery.
The Colonial Cemetery. So old.
I mean, people are fighting in it.
And also apparently very chopped up.
Very chopped up.
Like they
And
just kept taking. They just get, oh my gosh, I know, the dueling ghosts. Could you imagine just taking a peaceful stroll through a cemetery?
No.
Dueling ghost.
Dueling ghost. Yeah. I mean, I would be like, wow, that's cool.
I don't think I'd be like, wow, that's cool.
I would.
You'd be calm about this?
I would be 100% calm about this.
I don't feel like you would be calm about this.
I guess you don't know me as well as you think.
Okay, then. Do you have one more story for today?
I do, actually. That's so funny you say that.
With you and your nonsense.
Surprise. The Marshall House, which is an historical hotel in Savannah, has a fascinating past intertwined with the Civil War. Built in 1851, the building served as a hospital during the war, offering medical care to wounded soldiers. The unique history has contributed to the hotel's reputation as one of Savannah's most haunted locations. During the Civil War, the Marshall House, like many buildings in Savannah, underwent a transformation to meet the urgent needs of the time. It was taken by the Confederate Army and converted it into a hospital facility to treat soldiers injured in battle. The wounded were brought to the Marshall House from the nearby battlefields, and the hotel's rooms were repurposed as wards and operating areas. The hospital's environment witnessed the pain, suffering, and death of countless soldiers. The intense emotions and traumatic events that occurred within the building are believed to have left a lasting imprint on the spiritual atmosphere. Some guests and staff have reported encounters with apparitions of soldiers, describing them as spectral figures in uniform, often appearing in hallways or near the former operating rooms. In addition to soldier sightings, various paranormal phenomenon have been reported within the Marshall House. Guests have experienced inexplicable cold spots, flickering lights, and unexplained sounds such as footsteps, whispers, and the rattling of doorknobs. Objects have been known to move on their own, and electrical devices have malfunctioned without any apparent cause. One particular area of interest within the Marshall House is Room 414. Visitors to Room 414 have reported a range of haunting phenomena. Some have claimed to feel an inexplicable presence, as if being watched or accompanied by an unseen entity. A common occurrence is the sensation of being touched or feeling a cold breeze when no source of airflow is present. The physical contact often leaves guests feeling unsettled and questioning the nature of the paranormal forces at work. Strange sounds are also frequently reported in Room 414. Guests have described hearing footsteps pacing across the room, disembodied voices whispering, or the sound of furniture being moved. Some have even mentioned hearing conversations or muffled conversations coming from the empty spaces, as if the echoes of the past continue to reverberate within the room. Electrical disturbances are another common feature of the paranormal encounter in Room 414. Guests have shared stories of lights flickering inexplicably and batteries draining at an accelerated rate. These occurrences are often attributed to the presence of supernatural energy that disrupts the electrical flow in the room.
I don't think we'll be staying at that hotel anytime
Oh, really? Yeah,
soon.
that one is too much for you?
Well,
Not like the Gettysburg Hotel?
Okay, look, I would stay up. First of all, I don't think we're going to be able to stay in that one anytime soon.
That's a good thing.
It was booked out for like the year.
I see no issue with this.
Secondly, I still don't think that you would let me go. Well, I shouldn't say you wouldn't let me go, but I don't think you would come with me.
I definitely would not come with you.
You know what? I have a couple friends. Maybe I can get them together.
You have friends?
Believe it or not.
I'm just kidding. Is it ghosts?
How did you know I was going to summon them and we were going to go to this hotel and it was going to be a whole thing? No. I'm not summoning them with a Ouija board. I'm summoning them with my sheer force of will.
Dang.
Well, you guys, that is all the time we have for tonight.
Thank you so much for listening.
All right, you guys, have a good night and stay spooky.
Spooky night.
This has been The Haunting Podcast. Do you have an idea for an episode or just want to leave a comment and say hi? Visit our website at thehauntingpodcast.com for this, show notes, and other extras. Thank you for listening and have a good night.